Hey tribe, Val Nichols here. Just want to come on here and talk to you guys live here in our beautiful, gorgeous group. I am so stoked that this group has just evolved and that you guys have created it to be such an amazing space where women are opening up, women are transforming. We are absolutely just doing this incredible thing, right? So I want to talk to you guys. Oh, I thought I saw Chris on here a second ago. Hi, Chris. Hey, girl. Hey. It's so weird. Facebook is not telling me anymore when people come on my lives. Every once in a while, it'll tell me that little number up there, but other than that, it's not telling me. So it's telling me now. This is amazing. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, hello. I'm just going to wave at you latest. So when you jump on, say hi so I know that you're here and let me know where you're watching from because we have women from all over the world in this group. It is so incredible how technology is just able to help us all connect. Like if you're like me, you have a love-hate relationship with Facebook, but you know what? It's still around. Like Facebook has us held, it has us captivated, and I love this group, so I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. Not to mention, oh, hello, Ebony. Hello, hello, sis. Hey, girl. Hey. So, yeah, let me know where you're watching from when you hop on. I want to talk to you guys today about, it's funny because I'm running my Women of Wealth and Worth program again. I just ran it in April. And typically, I don't do the same program that quickly. But, Chris, you're in San Diego? I feel like I knew that, but for some reason it didn't click till today. I'm going to be in San Diego in like October, and probably November as well. So we'll have to catch up and hang out and have coffee or something. But so it's interesting because I don't usually run the same program this quickly, this soon, but I was so just pulled to do it, right? So let me know, have you ever felt that pull on your life, right? Like you just feel pulled to do something and you're not sure why, but you just know you're in that space where you're really just feeling called to do it, right? And I realized what a huge part of the work that I do, I work with women who are ready to step into their true authentic selves, to make money and make bank being their authentic selves, to build their businesses on a true foundation of who they are, to reach their dream clients, their ideal clients, so that they can make the cash flow that they truly deserve and desire, so that they can have financial freedom, so that they can go on vacation, so that they can take a week off a month like I do, so that they can connect with their true purpose and ultimately transform the world. And I learned, Courtney Berry! Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. Watch me digress because all my girls are on here now. So what I learned is that, so many women have this block when it comes to money. So many women. If you are in that space where if I say wealth, I say money, you're saying what the crap, right? So when I tell people that they can feel grateful about their bills and that when next time they open up their credit card statement, they're going to celebrate and they are going to say, yay, and they're going to feel grateful for that bill, they look at me like I'm cray cray, right? Like they're like, girl, Val, you're kind of out there, but now you've really crossed that line. Chris says, but how about if you're not in business yet? Well, if you're not in business yet, that's wonderful too, wherever you're at. This would pertain to you as well. And yes, I wonder if you're asking if I work with women who are not in business yet. Yes, absolutely, I do. I work with a woman right now who's retired, who's going through a big transitional period in her life where she just needs that extra support. And we're making huge transformations in her life. So, and I work with women who are getting ready, who just need that extra strategy and mindset work to get to the place where they can start their business. Because as I say a lot in the work I do, when you say yes and you step into that where you are ready to, you're like, yes, I want to go after my dream calling. I'm all in. I want to go. Fear and every insecurity you have will rise to the top. So having that extra support and that extra accountability and someone who's been there, who understands, who can identify what is going on for you when sometimes we're too close to the forest to see the trees. You know what I mean? This happened for me in the past week. I shared this in a group program that I'm running right now, the Booked Babe Business Tribe. I shared with them earlier, but I hit this weird block in my business this past week where, July was a huge month for me, you guys. And I am not saying this to be boastful or to brag. I just want to share with you guys some back information and let you know that it's possible for you too, right? I want to share all the things. I want to take off the mask, pull back the curtain, and just be real with you guys, if that's okay. Is that okay? All right, let's do it. So in July, it was my biggest month ever. Like, I made more money in July this last month than I had in 2018 in my business. So it was huge. And then I got to this point where it's almost like you're going up this roller coaster and you're like, do. And then something big's about to happen. You get to the top and then you stop, right? And you're like, oh my gosh. And I had this like emotional hangover. It was crazy, but I had this like emotional hangover after achieving such a huge mark in my business. And then I had, some of my contracts just ended for my one-on-one clients, but I was at a place where I was at capacity with one-on-one. And some of my one-on-one clients were getting to this point where, because we get so much done and there's such huge transformations, that some of my clients had signed up for 3-month packages, and within 2 months they were already like seeing the results. They were already at the place that they wanted. So they were like, okay, so what do we do now? What do we talk about? Right. And so it got to this point where I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to, like, honestly, I don't allow my clients to quit their commitments because no. When a lot of times we're strong starters, but we're not finishers. So I hold space for them to continue their commitment. But what I did for 2 of my clients, it's weird that this happened in this season. 2 of my clients, we went on pause, right? Because 2 of them had these big events coming up. One of them had a big event coming up where she was going to be traveling and we really didn't have time to connect. We just weren't going to be in a space where she wasn't going to have internet. Like, it was just not going to happen. And so we put it on pause, right? We put it on pause. And some of my clients were at the end of their contract and they have, re-signed up, or they joined another program with me. They re-signed up. I mean, I have one-on-one client who's in 2 programs with me right now and working one-on-one with me. It's so fun when that happens. It is crazy. I love it. They're fully immersed in my energy and I get to be so involved in their business and their life. But it was weird that this just happened in this season. And then, so I had 10 clients, one-on-one clients I was working with last week, as well as a 3-day Summer Money Madness program I was running, as well as some commitments that I had. Like we did a flash mob, cash mob for my church. So what that is we go out and we bless someone who's in need. Like, literally, guys, we take a bucket, we throw it in front of them, and then the entire congregation comes and we just throw cash in this bucket. It's someone who's in need. It's a beautiful experience. It's amazing. Maybe I'll post that video for you guys. If you're interested, say, yeah, cash mob, show me, because it's beautiful. I will show you guys what we did. It's gorgeous. And it's such a great thing that we do in our ministry, and then I got to MC and speak at an amazing conference this weekend, you guys. It was one of those conferences where it was a worship conference. And so it was very intense spiritually, emotionally. And I was very like, like I was emceeing. So we were having a lot of fun. A lot of energy was exuded. It was a great time. And this was from, I was there from 7 a.m. until about 7 p.m. No, 7:30. It was supposed to get over at 7:05, but it didn't get over until 7:35, which is fine. 7:35 that night. So it was so much fun. And then I was preaching this weekend at church. So I also got to do the wrap up portion of the service. And it was crazy because I was so just like full. Like my cup was so full, just getting to pour into so many people's lives and make such a huge change in their lives and transformation, not only in my business, but also in ministry and in serving at the capacity I got to serve at the conference. So I was exhausted on Sunday. And then it was weird because on Monday morning, all of a sudden I hit a wall, right? Monday morning, the 5th, I hit a wall. And it was just crazy because I did not recognize it in myself yet, but I was experiencing a new block, a new level. With every level that you get to, there will be new fears. With every level that you get to, there will be new experiences and there will be new things that come up. And it's interesting because in my business in the past year or so, my ability to expand, like I've been expanding my bandwidth so much that I've been able to take on so much. So to be hit with that was just crazy, right? So how many of you guys have had an experience like that? I would love to hear. I'm going to read some of these comments now. Chris says, yay, congrats. Thanks, girl. Chris says, I need support. Girl, let's get on a call. What are we waiting for? This is me calling you out. I want to support you. Let's get on a call. Let's schedule it. I'll send you the link. Let's schedule a call and let's do the damn thing already. Courtney says, my biggest months were my scariest months as I didn't know if it was the month I hit my peak and then dropped. Yes. I experienced that as well. I'm so glad that you said that, Courtney, because I think there's always this fear for entrepreneurs that, okay, so I was able to do this month, but it has to be a fluke, right? It has to be one of those crazy whims where it's not going to continue. Yeah, I gained momentum, but it's got to be like, there's no way this is going to be sustainable, right? So what you do is you create a strategy, a system, and a mindset where you can continue to keep that so it is sustainable. So you see the consistency, 100%. Algorithms change, the economy is going to change, stock market's going to change, there's going to be tariffs, there's not going to be tariffs, there's going to be economic security, there's going to be all of these things, but your income does not have to change. It does not have to change. If you create the right system and the right mindset to support it, algorithms will change, social platforms will change, but your income does not have to change. You guys, so when we talk about money, we talk about mindset, we talk about wealth, oh my, right? When we talk about all of these things, different things might come up for each one of you. Different things might come up because we all have the filters that we're viewing life out of, right? We all have a different money mindset. We all have a different money story. What happens is when our money blueprint is such that we continue a cycle of self-sabotage. And what I mean by that, for those if you're not connecting with that, is that if you were like I was in my 20s, I could build up an empire. I could build up my bank account quicker than anything. Like literally, I could manifest like you would not believe. I still have that ability. But I would manifest these huge things like, selling my house. I bought my first house when I was 19 and I sold it and we gained, I say we, because I was married at that time to a different person. So, we were able to increase our finances by 130,000 or, whatever it was. And so when you're in that money mindset or that money blueprint, you can build it up. You can get a raise or you can get more income in your business. You can get more income. But what you'll do is you'll self-sabotage, either consciously or subconsciously. And this can show up as you get a raise, but then all of a sudden you get pulled over and you have a huge speeding ticket to pay, right? Or you can build up your income and then all of a sudden you get sick and you have to not be at work, or you can't show up the same way, or you get an illness where you're not able to operate at the right function. So self-sabotage can come across in so many different ways like that. Let me read some of these comments. Chris says, agreed. Ebony says, I am in a space where I'm getting a multitude of people who state They are all in, but never sign up or become customers. I feel the drain on my business severely, my faith and my purpose and other things holding me together. Girl, I feel for you right now. I feel for you so strongly. Been there, absolutely been there. So what happens in that is it's all about how you're leading yourself. And what I mean by that is there may not, but my guess would be there is something in you, there's something in your money story that is creating that cycle of people not committing. So I want to ask you, Ebony, I don't remember exactly what you do for your clients, but is there a place in your life, where else in your life are you seeing that in yourself? Are you committing to things and not following through? Are you showing up fully committed? Do you get to a point where you're super motivated and then you crash? Or you're super motivated one day and then the next day you're not? Or are you at a level field? And I just want to ask that because I know for me, when I used to be kind of half in, half out, I would get that same thing. I would get clients who were sure they wanted to work with me. They were so steady. They were so confirmed. They were so ready. But then they wouldn't commit. They would not show up. They would pull out of their contracts at the last minute. And when I was able to learn how to go back and fix my money blueprint, and I was able to examine those places where it wasn't working, and I was able to really, lead myself in that, then the money started flowing through. The people, the right situations just started showing up, and it was just like magic. I mean, it just happened. So health and wellness industry. Great. So I want you to look at that, really just get curious about it. And I don't want it to be any sort of, there's no right or wrong. It's just what's working and what's not. So no right, no wrong, just what's working, what's not. And if it's not working, what can you adjust? Is there something in your messaging that is inconsistent? Is there something in your own money blueprint? Like, are you investing in your health and wellness? Are you investing in a coach? If you're not investing in a coach, and this is so funny because I see this all the time. I see this all across the board. Like, coaches will come to me and be like, I want a business like yours. I want to be where you're at, da 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 da. But I ask them, great, well, who's your coach? And they're like, well, I don't have one. And I'm like, what? You're selling coaching and you don't have a coach? Do you see the irony in that? Like, you don't believe in it, because if you believed in a coach, if you really believed in your product, which is coaching, you would invest in a coach and you would more than double or triple or quadruple your return on investment. If you don't believe in coaching and you don't have a coach, then how can you sell it? How can you expect your clients to invest in you if you're not investing? I can tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you it's not scary to invest, because believe me, the last coaching package I signed up for, I now pay my coach $1,500 a month, plus masterminds, plus in-person summits, plus in-person another like leadership program. You guys, so I'm investing a lot of money into my coach. But in return, I'm that much stronger. I can handle that much more in my business. I can, because of that, because I believe in coaching so much that I'm willing to shell out $1,500 a month, because I knew that was the woman I needed to work with. And there was a time in my life when I would have never even asked her to work with me because I didn't believe in my own worth. That is how you get your edge. It's so scary and you don't know how you're going to pay for it. You don't even know how. That's how I was my first coach I paid for, which was $333 a month. The first coach I ever invested in, I didn't know how I was going to come up with the money. I didn't. I had no idea. I just knew it was scary. I took out my credit card, I put it down, and I signed up for monthly payments, and I had no idea how I was going to do it. At the time, I was $10,000 in debt. Surprise debt that I didn't know I had. Long story. I had $10,000 in debt, had no idea how I was going to pay for it, but I just knew I needed that edge, and I knew I needed to step out and take action. As a result, I built the business that I have now. As a result, I got to the top of my corporate job and realized there was nowhere else to go, so I quit. I left. As a result, I have the business I have today, and I take a week off each month. As a result, I am healthier, happier, more abundant, and just, I can't even believe my life today, you guys. I wish everybody could have the life they have today. As a result, I was able to hire the coach I work with now, who is so freaking amazing. That cost me more money than my first mortgage payment. As a result, I have no problem making that payment each month, right? Ebony says, truth, I am not as consistent as I should be, and I'm striving to so harder to be. I'm a fitness coach, and it's monthly requirement for us to invest in the products and our business. Oh, gotcha. So, okay. So when you're not as consistent as you should be or striving for, I encourage you to change your mindset on that. And I'm saying this with so much love. Just say, okay, maybe you're not as consistent as you want to be now. Change your thought process on that to say, when I plug in, I kill it. When I plug in, I am consistent. That gives you the power. Whereas when you say I'm not as consistent, it's not as empowering as when you say, when I plug in, I am consistent, I am powerful, I am profitable, I am all the things. Don't mind your gap. Don't look at the things you don't have. Look at the things you do have and work off of that. So if you're ready to step into that life where you are abundant, if you're ready to step into that life where you are consistent, where you're no longer having to worry about the ups and the downs, the ebbs, the flows, the economy, the algorithms, the whatever it is, because let me tell you, even with the Facebook algorithms being crap this last month, I had the biggest month I've ever had. I made more money in July than I did last year in my business. So it is possible. Nothing external has to sway you. Nothing external has to determine how much income, how much wealth, how much money, how much cash flow you are making in your business. It is not about adding. It is about taking away the things that are not working. It is about taking away the false beliefs that you have. It is about taking away the programming that you received from either your mother, your father, your caretaker, whoever it was that programmed you to believe that money has to be hard, that you have to hustle, that you have to 10x, that you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and not quit till midnight, that you have to do all the things and have the click funnels and do all this. Whatever it was that taught you that, we just need to remove that. We just need to go back into your subconscious and replace, reprogram, rewrite that money blueprint so that you can stand in your power, fully believe, trust, manifest, and it can come easily for you. It 100%, it works if you believe. And if you don't believe it, it won't. It works if you believe it. And if you don't believe it, it won't. When I plug in my inconsistent, powerful, and abundant, yes! Thank you, God! Woo! Love it. Amen, sister. Hallelujah. So if you're ready to plug in to that consistency, if you're ready to plug in to that belief and that mindset and to reprogram and to rewrite your money blueprints, I want to remind you that the doors are open for my Woman of Wealth and Worth program. This is a 6-week program who, if you read the testimonials, women not only received their investment back, they received it tenfold, if not more. This is a 6-week program where I will show you exactly what I did to go from being $10,000 in debt to debt-free, to have the consistency, the clients, the abundance, the wealth, and the belief in myself, in God, the universe, whatever it is you believe, to have that consistent relationship with wealth where it is constantly flowing to you and through you. If that's you, then say yes. Just sign up, take the bold step. I'll post the link here. Actually, let me see if I can post it right now. I'll post the link here. All you do is click on this link. It'll take you to a form. You'll put in your name, your email. I ask a couple of questions so I can get to know you better, so I can serve you better, so that I know your specific, where you're coming from in your money mindset story, so that I can help serve you better. Did you guys see my husband in the background? So I can help serve you better. You press submit, and there's there's actually 3 payment options. 1, you can pay in full. If you purchase this program before Friday, it is just $122. That's it for a 6-week program. That is a fraction of the price to work with me one-on-one, a fraction. Plus, magic things happen when you're in a group. They're able to hold space for you as well. They can watch your transformation and transform with you. Number 2, you can do a 2 payment option, which is $70 per month, 2 months, that's it. $70 today, $70 a month from now. Or number 3, there's also a VIP option where you can get a one-on-one call with me to deep dive and get laser focused on what specifically is holding you back. This program is amazing. It will transform your life. I actually have a woman who did it in April and is going to do it again this time because she wants to get that much sharper. She wants to get her edge. So go ahead and do it. If you had the money story that you wanted, you would be rich by now. You would have that wealth by now. You would already be stepped in fully into that abundant nature by now. So click on the link and I will see you on the inside. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have an abundant, beautiful, and blessed evening, and I will see you later. Mwah! Bye.